got a package from Plant-Based Beauty with cocoa shell. And if you guys didn't know, that's actually me. So goofiness aside, this is the skin soothing balm, the eczema soothing balm. Me and Plant-Based Beauty designed this specifically to help you guys with eczema. Surprise guys, I have created an eczema soothing balm. You guys are always asking me what to moisturize with, and the answer is this. So I teamed up with my friend Monica, who owns Plant-Based Beauty. I've been using her products for a really long time, loved her as a person, so we collabed together and created this balm. It comes in this cute little package when you order it. Yee. And it comes with this card, Plant-Based Beauty times Cocoa Shell. And Cocoa Shell would be me. Is that showing up for you guys? So when you get this, you have these two cards. You'll see me on this card, you'll see some skin on this card, and then we have the ingredients. So I specifically formulated this for you guys with eczema. You're asking me all the time what to moisturize with. This, and it's because I actually worked to find clinical trials with topical use of different oils. And through that, that's how I developed this. And we've had a lot of good results so far. A lot of people really, really like this. They're actually seeing the skin get better, which is something that I don't expect from something topical. But they do what they do. So the ingredients are organic prickly pear oil infused with organic dried chamomile. So prickly pear oil is something that there are clinical trials that show it is good topically for eczema. Then we have organic shea butter, organic aloe vera, organic borage oil, clinically shown to help with eczema, organic 100% pure therapeutic grade chamomile essential oils. So really excellent product that we developed together, and I just wanted to show you guys. So this is what it looks like when you guys get it. Let me get this to not focus on my face. Ta-da! So it's really like, oh, it's wonderful. It's buttery, it feels amazing. I do face masks with it. It is quite lovely. These are the two cards that you guys get. La 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 la. And it comes in this little package. So I know you guys came here to talk about how to basically eat whatever you want when you have eczema and not get eczema, so we will dive right into that. So there are 10 steps that you need to take so that you can start eating fridge foods again. So FREDG, fried foods, refined sugar, eggs, dairy, gluten. Those are the top things you have to eliminate so that you can heal. But once you're healed, when can you actually start eating things that you used to love again? So as you can see, your girl has no eczema. Thank God. It is so lovely to be at this place where my skin is actually clear. So I want to help you guys get to the place where I am, where I can eat a Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit, or I can eat a piece of pizza in moderation and live a life where you can go out to eat with your friends, be a normal human, and just enjoy your life through food again. So we're gonna start off with step 1. Step number 1 is go on an elimination diet. That means you have to choose like 10 foods, stick to those foods. I would recommend like an AIP diet or the Gut Healing Eczema Protocol, which is the diet that I designed, so that you guys get down to a small amount of foods so that you know what you're reacting to, what you're not reacting to, what foods do good with your body, what foods do bad with your body, and you get it down and you simplify your life to a place where you can start to listen to your body. So that's gonna take minimum 2 months for you to be on this elimination diet. Let's move on to step number 2. Step number 2 is to detox your liver and cleanse from candida if you need to. So a lot of times when we have eczema, and especially if you go vegan and you start drinking a lot of those green smoothies, you end up with a salicylate intolerance, sometimes an oxalate intolerance, sometimes it's a histamine intolerance. Foods have, well, plants have plant chemicals, and salicylates and histamines are natural plant chemicals that our bodies usually can handle. But when you're overloading your body, your liver is completely overworked trying to detox from toxic products you're putting on your face and alcohol and all these crazy different things, you will have to detox your liver by taking milk thistle or dandelion tea and eating foods that are really low salicylate. Salicylate I found to be the most common with people that have eczema. So what's up with candida? If you don't understand, if you have candida, you don't know what candida is, I have a whole playlist about candida and eczema. So you're gonna have to get rid of the candida before you can start eating the foods that you want. Candida likes to feed off of gluten. If you start including gluten back into your diet, then you're going to have a lot of trouble. Candida also feeds off of sugar, so if you're gonna eat pretty much anything you want, you're gonna have to get rid of the candida first. And I do wanna tell you guys that stress will cause candida. So if you're not dealing with your stress, you are not going to heal your candida. Step number 3 is to slowly add foods back in. So with all of these steps, this could last 3 to 5 years. These steps are not an immediate over the next 5 days type of steps. These are gonna take you guys quite a long time to get to a place where you can eat normally. For me, it took me 3 years, but that's because I never dealt with stress. So before I move on to step 3, I just want you guys to know that this is not an immediate thing. You're not gonna be able to go out and eat pizza probably this year. You're gonna want to just take your time and eat these nice and clean foods and get your body to a nice, clean, healthy place. So step 3 would be adding foods slowly back in. So after 2 months, after this like pretty strict elimination diet, you wanna slowly add foods that are a little bit less that have a little bit more salicylate. So you've been pretty much eating things that are super low salicylate, no fridge foods, fried foods, refined sugar, eggs, dairy, gluten, and you need to start adding foods back in. So for example, try adding in carrots or Brussels sprouts, and you want to try it at lunch. You want to try a little bit at lunch, and these types of reactions will show up between immediately to 2 hours. If you're not immediately itching, it's a good sign that you can probably eat that food. So, lucky for you, you should be able to just follow these steps in order and eventually be able to eat your pizza again and your ice cream. Step number 4. Okay, we're getting into the good stuff now. Step number 4 is when you're gonna finally try a fridge food again, which I know can be super scary. A lot of times you guys end up with orthorexia, which is a fear of foods that aren't healthy. It's an obsession of only eating clean, healthy foods. We have to get past that. We have to break through that. If you think you're experiencing that, please get therapy for it. We have to start being able to enjoy life. The reason a lot of us have eczema is because we have chronic stress. Chronic stress is the root cause of eczema, and if you're putting stress on food, no matter what you do with your diet, it's not going to help you. You're gonna have to deal with easing your mind, easing your body, relaxing, and stop worrying. So the first fridge food we're gonna add back in is eggs. So organic, free-range eggs. If you can't find that, don't eat them. If you can find organic, free-range eggs, try one day, don't eat them again for a whole week. You have to try it on a day where you're not stressed out. So if last week was really stressful, it is not your week to eat eggs. If you've been really calm, if you're on vacation, and you can find organic free-range eggs, definitely try an egg, and then you can slowly start getting that into your diet if it goes well. Some people, however, have allergies to eggs. If you have allergies, like severe allergies, do not eat eggs. Step number 5, after a solid amount of time where you've been eating eggs, you feel good, everything is super awesome. Also, I don't know what the sun and the clouds are doing outside. We have these light changes going on, but it's cool, right? It's fine. So you're going to try eating raw goat cheese. Raw goat cheese. And if you can't find it, don't eat cheese. This is just the next progression, the next step. You can do raw sheep cheese, anything like that, because you're gonna have the good enzymes. So basically there's good bacteria, there's good enzymes, there's good like vitamins and minerals when you have a raw cheese. So if you're lactose intolerant, this will be the time that you find out that you're lactose intolerant. So you're gonna try eating something like that. See how your digestion feels. Are you gassy? Are you bloated? How are you feeling? If you're feeling good, that's a great sign. If you're not developing any eczema, no redness, that's a great sign. Step number 6, you are now able to regularly eat organic free-range eggs, and that's very exciting for a lot of you, especially me. I'm a huge egg person. Now, we have to talk through something because a lot of you are gonna ask, well, I thought eggs gave you leaky gut. Chronic stress is the reason why you have so many issues. So when you can get down to the core of how your body feels when it feels healthy, you're able to know when you're able to try these new foods. So your eczema cleared up, your stress is a lot lower, you're actively engaging in self-care every single day, you're meditating daily, you're feeling good, you're feeling healthy, you're feeling relaxed. That's gonna be a time to try these new foods. When you're eating, your diet pretty much can never go back to eating trash all the time. You can't go back to eating fast food every day. You can't go back to eating all these crazy, weird foods. You have to stick with the foods that make your individual body feel great. For nearly all people with eczema, overeating almonds will always make you feel awful, okay? So eat the foods that make you feel good. So continue having bone broth, continue having cabbage, continue having all of these foods that are fueling your body in the best way possible. You want to have some carbs and fats and protein and have organic chicken. You're eating all of these foods, your body feels good, and then one day while you're feeling good, you can try something new. So when your body's functioning really well, you have this mucus lining all over your gut. And it's really hard for lysosome, which is in eggs, to get through your gut lining. So if you see someone like Rob Stewart who's actively eating eggs, actively eating a lot of meat, it's because his gut is already healed. If your gut's not healed, you can't have fridge foods. You have to get to this place where your body's feeling good. Also, I keep seeing my plant and I keep like thinking I have little tattoos on my arms and I kind of like it. What do you guys think? Should I get a little tattoo right here? A little tattoo right there? That'd be kind of interesting, right? Actually, I do have a tattoo on my ribs and I do have a tattoo on my back. And you should put in the comments down below what tattoo you have if you made it to this part of the video. I bet you guys didn't even know that I had tattoos. All right, we're gonna move on to step number 7. Step number 7 is you are going to try sourdough bread. Organic sourdough bread. So in here will be gluten pretty much. So now we're going to test your body to see if you're able to digest gluten. Some of our bodies don't have the enzymes you need to digest certain things. So if you didn't digest the raw goat cheese well, you probably are lacking like lactose eating enzymes. And if you're having trouble with gluten, you're probably having a lack of enzymes for gluten. You can actually take digestive enzymes to help you with this process. But it's time to try gluten. See how your body feels. Are like, does your face look good? Are you developing acne? Do you see redness in your face? Do you have eczema on your arms after you try one piece of organic bread? You can't go crazy. When you're trying these new foods, you really have to slowly introduce them into your life. You can't go crazy. You can't be eating garbage all the time, because that way we have no idea of knowing if this food goes well in your body or not. That's what this whole process of listening to your body is getting you to a place where you have the clarity. You know what your body likes, you know what your body doesn't like. You do that through the elimination diet. You also do that through self-care and managing stress. You have to do those together. You can't just do diet, and you probably can't just do stress, but it's a little bit more successful if you're just doing stress, especially if you have TSW. So you just tried a piece of organic sourdough bread, and if you live in a place where you don't have access to these foods, don't eat them. Don't eat them. Just continue eating the foods that you do have access to, and then, you're gonna have to just take a while longer. Let's say your skin looks amazing, it's been about a year, your skin's been clear for at least 3 months. You can go on vacation and try something, or you can have like this nice day off and try something. This is if you're living in a place where you can't get these like really clean ingredients. Try something that's not awful. Read the labels, read the ingredients, make sure that everything looks pretty clean. Try it, see how your body reacts. This leads us into step number 8, which is get risky. So if you've been taking care of yourself, I have everything written down on my phone. If you've been taking care of yourself, you have low stress with little to no eczema, try pizza. You want it to be higher quality than just like a Pizza Hut pizza. And if you guys don't live in America, Pizza Hut is our fast food chain pizza. Go to someone who makes like homemade pizza. Go to like this restaurant where there's real Italians making pizza or something. Someone who knows what they're doing, they're good ingredients, maybe they're local ingredients, maybe they're organic, that would be lovely. And if you can do that, then you're in good hands and you see how that goes. So if you've made it this far and the pizza went well, you can have things in moderation. So let's move on to step number 9. Step number 9 is keep an eye out for inflammation. So keep your eye out for inflammation. Again, check for acne, check for eczema, check for any redness in your face. Check to make sure that your joints don't ache when you wake up. If you're having any of these feelings, those are signs of inflammation. When you have inflammation, go back to your elimination diet. You may not have to go on it for a long time. You just have to reset your body, because it may just mean you've gone way too far off the deep end and you have to reel yourself in just a little bit. Step number 10 is reviewing all the rules and establishing a lifestyle where you're eating high quality fridge foods. So if you're gonna eat eggs every day, they have to be organic, free range eggs. If you're gonna start eating dairy, you want it to be organic dairy, you want it to be grass fed. If you're gonna try cow, you want to make sure that it's high quality if you're going to eat it on a regular basis. If you eat it in like large moderation, you only have it once a month, you can go a little crazy and have things that aren't good. If you are going to start eating sugar again, you do want to be mindful of if your body's giving you signs that you have candida again. A lot of times it's very easy for candida to overgrow again, especially if you're not taking care of yourself. If you're on a path of self-care, you're continuously going forward, you're good to go. You can live your life and start going out to eat with your friends, go get soups and sandwiches or whatever. Don't do it too often, but do it to a place where you feel good and you have a social life and you're feeling good. This does take a long time, okay? This isn't a short process. This is a years-long process, but that's okay. This is a journey and we are all on it. When you eat fridge foods, be very mindful of inflammatory oils. This is inflammatory for pretty much every single person, and you have to have them in moderation. Don't start eating a lot of sunflower oil, safflower oil, canola oil. You don't want a lot of palm oil. You want to make sure you keep those in moderation because for anybody, they cause a lot of inflammation. You don't want to start eating a lot of almonds because, like I said, for people with eczema, they're really not the best. Be aware of what foods have omega-6, what foods have omega-3. Continuously be eating salmon and different foods with omega-3. You could do flax seeds if you're allergic to fish. You want to just make sure your body feels good. Pay attention to if you have headaches, and pay attention to your mood. This whole process is about listening to your body, and that's what I do as a coach. I teach you guys how to listen to your body when you have eczema and you want to heal. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below what food you're most excited about trying. I had a Hawaiian pizza. That was pretty bomb. Pretty excited to be having eggs almost daily. I'm able to eat Chick-fil-A chicken biscuits and it's really fun. I went for a run this morning and then I knew I needed energy to film this, so I chose, you know, that food. So be educated and be safe, and I wish you guys the best on your long journey towards having a life of moderation and low stress, and I'll see you guys in my next video.